Hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty. Do it yourself, spiritual awakening for divine in the flesh. Where together we learn how to surf, hack, and navigate the ups and downs of the totality of human experience, creating a new earth beyond the limitations of this perception managed reality matrix of five senses, having discovered our true divine creative natures in our true sensual sensorial universe of seven senses, composing formless into form outside of the matrix in the true quantum field creation field universe. Before we get started, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos, the YouTube will let you know. I generally upload Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. My name is Mario West, and I am your hostess of the highest, here to download, upload, inspire, and usher you into your bestest and brightest selves, your bestest and brightest light, and inviting you all to open your hearts wider and wider and wider still. Hello, darlings, my honey bunnies, my love bugs, my boobalas. Mwah! Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 261, and in today's video I am continuing with populating my video series playlist of reading aloud a translation that went from the Russian to the Arabic, from the Arabic to the English, of Hacking the Technogenic System by Vadim Zelen, who brought transurfing to the universe. We hope that Vadim translates this book to English very soon, and until he does that, with the personal efforts of my good friends Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora, Salvia, who took it upon themselves to take on the task of sharing this book's wealth of knowledge, particularly during this time of in human history of all the various shit shows that hijack our attention. So I'm doing my part to share this valuable information that can be integrated into knowledge and then further integrated into wisdom, so we get a head start. Okay, so grab your favorite beverages, sit back, and allow me to read to you chapter 11 of Moheel, Jawad's and Teodora Salvia's translation of Hacking the Technogenic System. This chapter entitled, and this is my personal favorite chapter, The Artefact of Intention. I suggest you one of the powerful techniques. It is a very old technique, but it has definitive effectiveness in the current conditions in which the attention of a person is kidnapped and trapped. To use this technique, you need a symbol such as a small doll, a talisman, an amulet, a souvenir of some sort, etc., or anything that gives you optimism or a sense of friendliness. This could be a gift that you received from someone, or something that you bought for yourself, or perhaps you made it with your own hands or stumbled upon it by accident. What is important is that it gets your attention. So I'm going to share with you one of my talismans, okay? Look at how gorgeous that is, right? And this is from one of my beautiful girls, Nicole. Miss you, Nicole. I don't know where you're at, but I know you're just being young and gorgeous and doing your own thing. So that is my talisman, okay? Now, the purpose of this talisman, the proposed technique, is to create simple spoken rituals that are performed in the morning and in the evening. You take the talisman, whatever it is, your doll, and you say to it, "Good morning," then "Good evening, my dear. I love you and I take care of you and you help me achieve what I strive for." Then you announce to your talisman, your amulet, your object of your intentions, your intention and the goal that you want to achieve with its help. For example, my world loves me. My world takes care of me, and I will meet my other half, or the other half will find me, for instance. And they, which you prefer, offer me an excellent job. I am achieving my life project perfectly. I have an opportunity to own my own home and I've achieved my goal. My affairs go up and so on. Things that you seek to achieve. Okay, that's just a loose example. Now, bear in mind, this is not mine. This is from the game, okay, from the translation. And each game has one wish. Okay, so each talisman has one wish. If the desires are numerous, then in this case, you should use a number of symbols, talismans, and whisper for each one separately. But to make sure that your address to it is brief, clear, specific, and in a positive form that addresses the present or the future. And this formula is far from the form of hope or prayer and is therefore a form of intention without any conditions or justifications. Got it? When you declare your intention, you should not wish, but rather you should say, I intend to do, I will do, or it is. Okay? Intend to obtain and you will obtain it. If the declaration of intent is worded correctly, then you will feel a sense of self-confidence and know that you will obtain what you seek. Regardless of the simplicity and innocence of the talisman, whether it's a doll or an amulet, a piece of jewelry, I can almost say it's naivete. The game itself is actually quite serious. I will explain here how this game becomes useful and why. There are two functions in the mechanism of this game. The first function, as is clear, is the intention hook. Okay, you are telling the universe what you are doing, what you are doing with it. Okay, in our current reality, we are pressured by the effectiveness of capturing human attention and all the weight that it possesses, and this matter makes focusing on the intention of achieving the goal more and more difficult. Okay, got it? Okay, because we get lazy. We don't do it, even though we know it's good for us, right? And you can see for yourself from your daily experience how many and various intentions are and how you postpone them for another time. Well, I'll do it later. I'll do it after whatever, after a TV show, for instance, okay? And how many urgent actions appear that cannot tolerate postponements. In addition to the various circumstances that distract a person's attention and focus and do not give it, in the literal sense of the word, just even a minute to be alone with themselves and thus focus the thoughts and energies, emotions, okay, on the goals. But these rituals that have been demonstrated and that are that you incorporate into your daily work program or your daily life, make it possible, focusing your attention on what needs to be done regularly, and if that's what you want to get a result, and that's if you want to get a result, okay? As for the second function, it is not entirely clear because it lies in the metaphysical and the physically intangible domain. All right, so we're talking about interfacing with the true quantum field creation field universe and quantum jumping, allowing ourselves to be propelled to that higher destination, right? Equally with the physical world, there's another world that exists objectively, except that it is invisible, and it is also inhabited by infinitely precise material substance whose existence is as real as ours. We perceive this world, this universe, only indirectly and in the form of phenomena, and its activities are supernatural. The very essence of the world, the universe, in turn, does not perceive our existence except in the form of flashes and high-quality projections of another dimension. Now, imagine that you are digging in a cultural layer millions of years ago, and you stumble upon something that is clear as if it is not natural and most likely doesn't belong, in the terms of origin, to planet Earth. At that time, you will be filled with awe and reverence, and the term astonishment is not appropriate to describe such a situation because what you see is stranger than imagination. Now, something like this is what is called artifact. Okay, the encyclopedia gives the term the following definition: a process, a thing, a characteristic of a thing or a process, its appearance in the circumstances set by the subject of observation and the observation of something impossible or rare to have happened due to natural causes. Now, its presence is an indication or a sign, purposeful interference in the process, or a sign that are factors that were not taken into account. Now, the same applies to the object illuminated by intention. It is imagined by infinitely precise substance, such as the artifact, and it arouses a lot of curiosity. But the world of other material things that surrounds us remains a world that is invisible and invisible to substance. Now, as a rule, we do not give importance to things, and we do not place intentions in them, in these things, but we use them automatically as equipment, work tools, or appearances. And I am, in quotes, is the only general link between our worlds, as it is in intention and love. Therefore, if you set an intention in a material thing, such as this, and you don't get to know what it is, okay, it will transform from a dead part of a matter to a positive position of power. And in the subtle world, it becomes visible, and the essence will see in it an artifact of intention, an indicator of an intentional and purposeful interference coming from another parallel reality. If I put love in addition to intention, artifact will fall into the limelight and attract the intention and the attention of the essence as nectar attracts butterflies. Now, for this beautiful, this beautiful talisman, I'm telling you, it is like magic for me. Okay, it's very, very magical. I will say that. All right. Now, this essence is an independent and self-standing essence. It does not belong to any pendulum. So it doesn't belong to any belief structures or anything like that, or any egregores, or any objects that are sucking away at your creativity, at your focus in a way where you lose consciousness. Okay, so what I've intended here, I'm very aware of it, and I'm very present with it. So when you do this process with your own artifacts and your own amulets, every time you pick it up, you connect automatically, right? You don't lose consciousness. You're actually doing it with full awareness. Okay. Now, this can be of various sizes. Some of them are large, some are quite small, but the level of its development is modest, and it has no direct exit to our world, but it pays great attention to it. And if a chance appears before it to enter our world, then it will not hesitate to communicate with it. I have written in previous books that man is able to create his essence, his specter of imagination, and thus keep this alive by using the energy of thought. It may happen, and you may do that to adapt some essence, and this essence will be a mature essence and thus become your ally. Okay, this is my ally. Heart, mind, body, soul coordination. It helps me with that. Okay, that's just one of its aspects. Okay, it does not matter at all how it will be the communication between you, because the standards that you set are the ones that will achieve that communication. Okay, you are only required to pay constant and regular attention to this or that point and charge your intention and love when with the necessary energy. Simple morning and evening rituals would suffice perfectly. Thus, when you perform the rituals, my loves, in question with your amulet, your talisman, the essence will go over it as the butterfly goes over the flower. She enjoys the warmth of the rays of your love, and she will hear your intention openly. In general, it is not important that the substance understands what you have to say, because she only hears whether you say a fairy tale or a song, and then will fly like an echo and carry what she's heard to all parts. My world, my universe loves me. My world, my universe takes care of me. My beautiful dreams, we will meet soon. This is the echo, and it is this balanced, I love this addition, that infuses your intention with a noticeable extra power. So the summary of this chapter is as follows. Number 1, if you set an intention in anything physical, such as this, it will transform from a dead part of matter into a position of power and become visible in the subtle world. Number 2, artifact intent is the connecting link and is like a telephone wire where that establishes communication between you and your ally. Number 3, your address to it must be brief, clear, specific, and must be done in a positive form that addresses the present or the future, and thus is a formula far from supplication or prayer. And it also is a form of intent that is not conditional and does not accept any interpretation. Number 4, if the address was worded correctly, if your intention was worded correctly, your declaration, then you will feel the usual feeling of self-confidence and know that you will get what you are looking for, what you are intending. It is so. Number 5, the mentioned rituals focus attention on the target goal, the target slide. Now, all of my books, especially this book, are independent and self-contained essence, or let's say that they are characters, and these characters are stronger than me, and they are the ones who write themselves. It is not me, the one who writes them. And when a book writes itself, she writes herself as she wants and not as I want her to be. Then she is the one who leads, I love this, the working steps of the publishing house. The editors have told me that sometimes my books force them to completely reconsider their plan, as if turning into a new manager, not knowing where and how it appeared. In the last 6 months of working on this book, I used to find myself every month in a situation in which I said to myself, I have reached the end. But it was not the end. And every time some strength appeared and raised some questions and forced me to work on answering them. This book is in itself subject of strength, of artifact strength, and I am absolutely certain of that. It is true that I am a direct executor, but all the time she was grabbing me and pulling me to take from me everything she needed. Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed my reading of Chapter 11, The Artifact of Intention. I encourage all of you to work with this, to play with this, play with the talisman, the amulet, your object of intent, and for your own materialization purposes, and have fun with it. Okay, don't take it so seriously. All right, next up, Chapter 12. the magnificent secret. All right, my loves, so please help me grow this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comments box below or in private. Please share this video with your communities, friends, family members, and on social media platforms you feel would benefit from my content. Please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos, YouTube will let you know. And if you find value, enjoy, or are at least entertained by my content and they make you laugh, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link is below, as is my coffee.com/Dakini Kiss link, where you can buy me the proverbial cup of coffee. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me, with your participation and focused attention. I really do appreciate it. I cannot do this work without you, and I do this work for you, and especially for those of you who know deep down inside that you are so much more than what the Matrix endeavors to relegate you all to only be. So until next time, my dear hearts, always act from love outside of the Matrix, from your center screen, composing a new reality, always quantum jumping all our lifelines. That's right. Let's go higher and higher and higher and higher so that we can all be the love that we are. We can share our love. We can create, make art, make music, make love, and you can all help me repopulate the true quantum field, creation field universe. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful waking gods and goddesses. Mwah!